make your eyes look bigger? Hi, I'm Laura Rae. I'm 60. I have mature eyes, and my eyes definitely do not look as large as they did when I was younger. That is for sure. I have some drooping on the sides of my eyes. I guess the forehead's starting to droop, and it puts pressure, and I get a little crease on the side of my eyes. Now, I have very deep set eyes, so I have found as I've gotten older, when I smile, like my eyes get so small. Many of you have written me because you have hooded eyes and you feel like your eyes don't look the same. So I don't have hooded eyes, but I have some of the similar issues that women with hooded eyes have. And I definitely have mature eyes. So I have a few tips to share with you, some products that I use that I think really help make my eyes look bigger. First, let's start with prepping the eyes. I love my tie-dye. I've talked about this before. It just really smooths out my under eye area. And for me, more than anything, what many of you have noticed when I did a video before is that fold that I get on the side of my eyes is lifted. I notice a big change in that, so I really love this. So I put the tie-dye on. You have to leave it on for 5 minutes, and then you just wash it off. I just took a damp cloth and wiped it off and made sure I had all of the product off. You can tell that it's off. You just get a smooth, clean feeling on the skin. Next, I went in with eye cream. Now, Tight Eye has an eye cream, but I love this one to put under my eyes. It's super affordable from B Naturals. It's their eye cream with caffeine. It's very thin and works well under my makeup and gives me a nice, smooth under eye. So I like to start with that. And then I have a brand new eyeshadow primer to share with you. It's from Ulta Beauty. I've used their eye primers before. Well, they have the Matte Veil Longwear eyeshadow primer. It's pretty affordable, a little more than the Wet n Wild, but I love this because it's sort of like MAC Ochre. It has that neutral look. Some days I like to just wear this eyeshadow primer. In the video, I'm going to talk about different levels of making your eyes look bigger, some softer looks. The look I have on right now is a little more dramatic. That would be like a third level look. But you can see this is very neutral. It works on my skin tone. Someone who's fair, it would show up a lot more, and maybe you would need something a little deeper than this if you have a deeper skin tone than I have. But this looks so much like ochre, and it's matte. I love matte on the eyes when I'm trying to create a bigger eye. I think sparkle can give a different illusion and maybe not look as large. So I would recommend using matte products when you're trying to make your eyes look larger. After I put on eyeshadow primer, I start sculpting the eyes. Now, Sherry from Graceful Beauty had recommended this palette quite a while ago. I bought it through iHerb, and I will link everything in the description of the video. And she had compared it with Natasha Denona, which I have quite a few of her shadows. And I think these are also top quality like Natasha's. Now, what I love about this, all of these are matte, except this has a very slight sparkle in it. But today I am using the 2 shades on the end to sculpt the eye. So what I do is I grab a brush like this. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy. It's a fluffy brush. This one's the A502. I've used various brushes in the video. I use her smaller one too. This one's great, especially I would think if you have a hooded eye, or you have a small eye space to work with. This is the A504. It's the same kind of brush. Let me hold them up for you. You can just see that this one is smaller. That's the A504. And I really love this for detail work. Or like my daughter, my oldest daughter has very small eyes and a small eye space to work with. So a brush like this is just so important. But I just take the brush and go above the bone. Now on me, being that I have such deep set eyes, the bone here around the eye in my skull here stands out far forward. And that's what's making my eyes look deep set. Well, I actually go above that bone because really the crease of my eye is way back here. If I put in shadow there, my eyes are going to look really small. I've tried that before and it makes them look half of the size. When you go above the mark here of your eye and onto the bone and look straight ahead and then make your line here with the brush, it will just really open up your eyes. And you want a shade that's just a little deeper than your own skin tone. So I ended up going with the two. I started with the deeper shade, and I've also used this as liner today. But this one really blended in this area, like under the brow. I wanted to bring some color there, but the deeper shade was too much. So when I brought this shade into the mix, it really sort of made the eyes bigger. But this is an excellent palette. You may have shades already in your collection that are matte. Now, I used this shade on the mobile lid. And again, I'm wanting that crease there to really pop. So you're playing with an illusion with shades by putting the lighter shade on the mobile lid and the deeper shade up higher, you're creating a more open eye. I also took this shade and went under the eye. Again, I'm trying to widen the eye space. So instead of my eye space sort of stopping at the waterline, I'm trying to add a little more down here. Just that little bit of space really opens up the eyes. Now, another trick that I think works great is creating a deeper lash line. I like the Physicians Formula felt pen. This I just sort of lay on the side, and don't worry about being perfect with this. So many women, I've heard comments, avoid liquid liner because they feel you have to make one straight line and make it so perfect. You don't, because I go on top of this line with either a gel liner like this Tattoo Studio one I'll use today, or a powder. So if you're wanting a really soft look, you might want to just do this and then go over with the powder shadow on top after the liner dries. It just takes a half of a second and then it's dry. And then I just go back over the line with a deeper shade and soften it out. One brush that I think is just so magical is this one from BK Beauty. It's the 204 and it's a smudger brush. So if you have a smudger brush at home, just take that and take the powder and smudge over that line that you just created. That dark line gets so close to the lower lash line, it will make your lashes look so much thicker. Now let's talk about lashes. Today I'm using the Prime Lash Mascara. What I love about this is it really has a great formula. It's water resistant, not waterproof. Waterproof is so hard to get out of lashes. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put some here on my hand, and then I'm going to let it dry a second and spray it with water. But I really like that it's easy to get out of my lashes at night. It has nourishing ingredients for your lashes to help keep your lashes healthy. So I'm going to take this then water and just spray my hand. I have such a hard time with my deep set eyes with mascara smudging. During the day, I remember I used to look in the mirror at lunchtime and just see mascara under my eyes. But see how this is water resistant, and that's all I need. I want to share a tip with you from Kate Talbert. She's a makeup artist. I watch her all the time. She's just absolutely amazing. And what she said to do to make your lashes look the best you can, and it's what I've done today, is roll through your lashes. That's step one. Step two is go through the lashes like this. So you start horizontal like this, then you go vertical with the wand till all the lashes are coated. Now they'll start sort of coming together and sticking together, but then you go back and roll them, and then they look beautiful. I did 2 coats today, and I think my lashes look about the best they've ever looked. Applying my mascara the way Kate says and this formula just works magic for me. So I really like the way my lashes look. I know so many people will say, don't put any mascara on your bottom lashes. Again, I feel like it extends the eye. So I like to go with a very thin coat, maybe just one coat. I didn't put two today. And it just, again, gives the eye a little more of an open look. There are a couple more steps that I like to do. First off, this julep pencil, it's in pearl shimmer. I like to add it to the inner corner of my eyes. I just think it opens them up so much, gives a little sparkle. And since I have no sparkle on my lids or anything, I think it just gives my eyes a brighter look. Again, concealer can make your eyes look so much better. If you've got dark circles underneath the eyes, it's going to change the illusion of the eye area. So I think having a smooth look with your foundation or concealer. Today for concealer, I'm using my Winky Lux. I love this formula. It's called Peeper Perfect, and it's just a really emollient, beautiful formula. It covers any darkness I have or discoloration, and it feels like it's got moisturizer in it. So it feels different than a lot of the others that I try from the drugstore that maybe dry down super quickly and I see creases. This is one of my best for not creasing in the under eye, so I always reach for it. The makeup I'm wearing today, the blush, the lips, I'll have it all linked in the description of the video. Thank you so much for shopping those links and supporting my channel. I appreciate you all so much. I can't wait to hear from you in the comments. If this was helpful, will you just let me know? That really helps me with deciding if these kind of videos with tips and products like this are something you want. Have a blessed week. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon.